Hi all, this is Aisha from class 7 here to explain about the working model of lung. So this model describes about how the lungs is working. So the process of breathing is very important for carrying out of life. So this process is carried out through the respiratory system of the body. So lungs is one of the most important organ of the respiratory system, where the oxygen is taken into and the carbon dioxide is released out. So the red blood cells in the blood absorbs the oxygen present in the oxygen-rich blood in the lungs. I'm describing this model with the help of balloons and straw. So basically I have attached a balloon here. So when I pull this balloon, you see that the balloon which is inside the bottle is pumping. It's because the air which is in the bottle makes the balloon pump, and when I release the balloon, you see that the balloon shrinks. It's because the air which is here present in the bottle expels out in this straw. So this is how the model works, and the same method also works in a human body.
Hello, I am GIRISHWAR. I am studying in 7th grade. Today I am going to explain about automatic street light using solar panel. This is the automatic street light. This is the solar panel and this is the LED light. The solar panel will get the solar energy from the sunlight, and when the sunlight touches the solar panel will send the solar energy to this LED. When I close my hand, the LED will not glow. Because the sunlight is not touching this solar panel. Now I am closing my hand and the sunlight is not touching this solar panel. Now the LED is not glowing. When I remove my hand, the LED will glow because the sunlight is touching this solar panel. Now the LED is glowing. This is the circuit diagram of my project. This is a relay and this is the lithium ion battery. When there is sunlight, the solar panel will also produce the energy to this lithium ion battery, and the battery will store the solar energy as a DC power. And when there is no sunlight or it's a night time, the battery will produce the energy automatically to this LED and the LED will glow. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Abdul from 7th grade. Today I'm going to explain you about splitting of water. Water is a chemical made by hydrogen and oxygen. Every molecule of water has 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. H2O is a chemical name of water. When electricity passes into the water splits into 2 parts called hydrogen and oxygen. This process is called electrolysis. This process is used in many industries. As the electricity from the battery passes through the between electrodes, the water splits into hydrogen and oxygen, which collects as very tiny bubbles around each pencil tips. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Vidhyalaya. I am studying in 7th grade. Today I am going to talk about constellation. The group of stars formed in pattern traditionally named is called constellation of constellation. They are northern, southern, largest, smallest constellation and minimum. Now I am going to show you some examples of constellation. Aries. This is Aries. This is Leo. This is Taurus. This is Scorpio. And this is Ursa Major. Thank you.
Hi, I am Vidhyalaya of 7th grade. Today I am going to explain about the white rainbow segment. White rainbow segment is an activity in which a white color is formed by spinning the circular disc which has all the colors of the rainbow in it. To execute this activity, you will need a circular disc, and you can add a paper on it if necessary, and then apply the 7 colors of the rainbow on it. You can see a white color appearing on it when you spin it. So now let's see if it actually works. You can see a white color in it but only for a few seconds. This is because the segments in the disc are equally divided, but you can't realize the white color when seen normally. This is because the colors are impure in it. Thank you.
Good morning. I am Marg from 7th grade. Today I am going to explain you about the global warming and greenhouse effect. So the gradual increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere due to the greenhouse effect. So the greenhouse effect is nothing but the warmth of Earth's atmosphere due to the buildup of heat-trapping gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, etc. So the next main cause of global warming. So humanity's increased the use of fossil fuels such as coal, oil, gas to run cars, power manufacturing, industries, factories, etc. So next I am going to tell about the effects of climate change. More frequent and intense drought, storms, heat waves, rising sea levels, melting glaciers can directly harm animals and destroy the place they live. Conclusion is how we can reduce the greenhouse effect. So we should reduce the use of fossil fuels and we should plant more trees and we should buy the energy efficient products. Thank you.
Today I am going to show you water dispenser. Water dispenser plays a very important role in this regard. It can easily supply clean drinking water. It will also supply cold, moderate and hot water. Water dispenser plays a vital role in workplaces, restaurants, public places and hospitals for storing clean drinking water. Water dispenser is a useful device that we can make at our house. In water dispenser, the main concept is pressure and gravity. Normally the earth gravity value is 9.807 meter per second, which the earth is pulling something with the force of 9.807 meter per second. When I open the lid of the bottle, the water flows through the via straw. When I close the lid of the bottle, the water stops to flow. Advantages of homemade water dispenser are, there are a lot of advantages of the homemade dispenser. It can easily supply clean drinking water. There are no leakage of water as the lid is closed and the water stops to flow. Now I will show you how my project works. Now I pour the water in the bottle. When I open the lid, the water starts to flow. When I close the lid of the bottle, the water stops to flow. Thank you.
Greetings to one and all present here. I am Priyanka of grade 7. Today I am going to explain you about the pepper and the soap experiment. The materials required for doing this experiment are water, pepper, soap and some cotton buds. Now let's see how to do the experiment. Pour some water into a plate. Now I'm going to add some pepper. Now I'm going to dip the cotton bud in. Let's see what happens. Now nothing happened. Now let me dip the cotton bud with soap. See? Let me explain you how this experiment works. Adding soap decreases the surface tension and as the water molecules spread out, it brings the pepper close with them. Thank you.
Good morning. I am Narendra from 7th grade. We are going to see about floating a boat. In this experiment, we require a scissor, a large and wide vessel of water, and an aluminium foil. We are going to cut the aluminium foil into 2 square pieces. I cut it into 2 pieces. With one of the piece, I am going to make a boat. of water. The boat floats, but the ball sinks because of the buoyant force acting on them. Buoyancy is the force of water that pushes on an object. The shape of the boat is such that air pockets are created that traps the air and make it less tense than the ball which has no air pockets. By this experiment, we learned how the boat is floating. Thank you.
Hi, I'm TRYPHENA of 7th grade and I'm going to share with you a useful topic which is very important. The wastewater treatment. The treatment of the wastewater involves physical, chemical and biological processes which removes physical, chemical and biological matter that contaminates the wastewater. The purpose of the wastewater treatment plant is to remove the hazardous materials, reduce the BOD and kill the microorganisms. Now, let us understand the processes involved in the wastewater treatment plant. The wastewater is first passed through the pass screens. This helps in removing large objects like rags, sticks, plastic packets and napkins. Once the large objects are removed, the wastewater goes to a grit and sand removal tank. The speed of the incoming wastewater is decreased to allow sand, grit, pebbles to settle down. The water is then allowed to settle in a large tank which is sloped towards the middle. The solids such as flaces settle at the bottom and are removed with the help of a scraper. These solids are known as the sludge. The sludge is then transferred to a separate tank where it is decomposed by the anaerobic bacteria. The biogas produced during this process can be used as fuel. The floatable solids such as oil and grease are removed with the help of a skimmer. The water obtained here is termed as the clarified water. Air is pumped into this clarified water. This helps in bacterial growth which consumes human waste, food waste, soaps and other unwanted matter still remaining in the clarified water. The water is left for several hours in this tank. After several hours, the suspended microbes settle at the bottom as the activated sludge. The activated sludge consists 97% of water. This water is removed by sand drying beds and or machines. The dried sludge can be used as manure, which helps in removing organic matter and the nutrients to the soil. Sometimes, to disinfect water, chemicals like chlorine and ozone were added to the water before releasing it to the distribution system. The treated water has a very low level of organic material and the suspended matter. It is discharged into a sea or river.
Hi guys, I'm T Gloria of 7B. Today I'm going to tell about square of a number. Square of a number is a number obtaining from multiplying itself. If the number is n, the square is n into n is equal to n square. For example, the square number is 2 square is 2 into 2 is equal to 4. Now I have done a DIY to explain it clearly. Now let's see how it is working. One is equal to 1 square is equal to 1. 2 square is equal to 4. 3 square is equal to 9. 4 square is equal to 16. 5 square is equal to 25. 6
square is equal to 36. 7 square is equal to 49. 8 square is equal to 64. 10 square is equal to 100. Thank you.
Hi, today we are going to see about how to filter water with charcoal. First, we have to put a hole in a cap and fill it with cotton. Now we have to place in some sand. And some charcoal. And some sand again. And charcoal. We have to repeat it. Now we have to pour in some dirty water. The water is now purified. Thank you.
Hi, I am Sanjay from 7th grade. I am going to explain about anemometer. An anemometer is an instrument that measures the wind speed and pressure. It is an important tool for meteorologists for studying weather pattern. The most common type of anemometer has 3 or 4 cups. These cups are attached to a horizontal rod. These rods are attached to a vertical rod. As the wind blows, the cups rotates and makes the rod to spin. The stronger wind blows, the faster the rod spins. The number of rotations which is used to calculate the wind speed.